What's good? What's good? What's good? You're now tuned in for a new episode of the Great Minds Think Alike live stream brought to you by GMTA Media, your trusted source for hip hop, sports, and entertainment news. And we're your hosts, Novito and my brother Orlito. What's the good word, my brother?
What's happening, man? What it do? What it do, world?
Man, what's the word, bro? I know you got an eventful night tonight planned out. Tell us where you heading to tonight, bro.
Yeah, man. Last minute, I just found out that Fabulous finna be at Summerfest on one of the free stage. So Elena
Oh, that's
just came and dropped
Summerfest.
me off a Summerfest. Yep, Elena just came and
Oh,
dropped me off a ticket for the plug because they charging like 30 at the door. So she gave me the $10 discount. You know what I'm saying? Bow.
that's what's
So
up.
that's what's up. Yeah.
Shout out
And the
Helena,
Isley
man.
Yeah, shout out Atlanta. And the Isley brothers supposed to be down there as well today. I didn't even know that neither, but that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that is dope. Legendary group. And still got it. They still could
Hell
blow.
yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
Ronald Isley a few weeks ago I seen him, he had to sit down on the stool because he almost blew his back out blowing them horns, man. But shout out the Isley brothers, man.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. The last time I got to see Fab, damn, that was like 13, 14, like 2013, 14, I believe. Um, that's
Mm,
when um, that's when Dirk was heating up with that. This is what you want. So it was pretty cool,
mm.
man. So
Yeah, that's dope. When
it, it was Fabulous Pusher T, on the bill, the Life So Exciting tour, and
hmm
Little Dirk opened up. That's before he got the bubbling and shit. It was I got to see him
damn.
and Rondo number 9, but Rondo didn't perform, but he was on stage with him, so that was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fabulous,
Yeah,
Fabulous. We go.
I've only seen Fabulous one time and it was super duper long time ago. It was like I didn't even like know that he was coming out, but man, I don't even remember how long this was, but this was mad long ago. I remember. I even want to not. That was giving away iPad Nanos or some shit at that time, bro.
I
And
remember
I
them joints.
remember, yeah, I remember we won one and everything. But Neo, um, the singer guy, he was at one of the free stages, and he ended up bringing out Fabulous to do that one song, "You Make Me Better" or whatever.
Oh, that was a
So that's
monster,
about the only
actually.
time yeah, so that's about the only time I've seen Fabulous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Which
that
was
was
kind
my
of crazy.
second
But
time. That was my second time. The first time I got to see him was Jay-Z and 50 Cent's Rock the Mic tour. Actually he was the opening act of the tour, but Obi Trice opened up for them when they came through.
oh shit.
Yeah, it was pretty dope, man. But man, enjoy yourself, brother, man. Fabulous, one of my favorites of all time. So enjoy yourself, bro, for sure.
Yeah, and to everybody watching, happy Juneteenth Day, man.
Oh man, that's right. Happy Juneteenth. Speaking of which, a year ago today, Kendrick Lamar made history with that pop out concert on the exact day. One of the livest concerts. I wasn't there, obviously, right? But I got to see it through Amazon. Fucking amazing, bro. So that was a
Mm,
year ago. So while we at it, for the people that's tuned in, once a month we're gonna be doing brackets, right? And hold on a second, let me get this situated. So once a month we're gonna be doing brackets. Me and the brothers are gonna come up with not criteria but regions or concepts. And what I want to do outside from curating, and me and my brother, we always gave back. If you followed us from events to whatever we did, we always gave back to the people that supported us. So we plan to do so next week. But let me get to the details. Um, Once a month, we're gonna be holding a what is it? I just said a draft, Orlito. I said a draft. No, no,
mm,
a brackets.
mm.
We're gonna be doing
A
brackets
bracket.
once a month, right? And what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna put up a template, and I'm gonna put the template up right after I make the announcement. For those who liked any of our channels, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, you're automatically in. So what we're gonna do is brackets each month. But before we do the brackets, I'm gonna do this. So let me get to the assets. I don't know what the hell's
Salute,
going on.
Juice. I see you, bro. Peace.
Hey, Drew, tell him to stay online because this is gonna got to do with
We
him.
got an announcement. Stay online, Juice. We want to hear this. I'm about to grab a brewski.
Oh, found it. Bam. All right, people. Here we go. So we're gonna be doing brackets once a month. Next week's criteria is the best rapping duo. So as you can see, I got this template up with no names, no faces. As you can see, the blues marked up are B1 all the way through B8. The green G1 through G8, red R1 through R8, and pink P1 through P8. So what's gonna happen is this is what we call the Great Minds Think Alike brackets lethal lottery. Next week, this is on our house. So if you have subscribed to our channel and commented, and out the gate, you're in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna post this up on our page next Wednesday. No, Tuesday. So the people that comment first gotta be GMTA and pick a color in a section. We're gonna do the first 8 people. So 8 people are gonna be eligible, right? So what happens is in the lethal lottery, if your number makes it to the finals, we're gonna give you $25 on the house.
Woo.
All you gotta do is tune in, pay attention to this bracket, comment one number it is you going for, and that's it. So next week,
And
if your number makes it to the finals, $25. So this is something we're gonna implement every month from here on out with the brackets, bro. What do you think about that, Orlito?
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah, me too, man. I always wanted to incorporate the lethal lottery somehow. Juice, salute. I hope you caught that announcement. You for sure eligible, bro. Make sure you comment and get your color and number in, man, because it's gonna be fun as hell. So let's go.
And
Go
not
ahead,
only you
bro.
gonna win $25, you finna win some flowers to smell too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Look at
you
that.
heard. You heard.
Yeah.
So I already curated these brackets. Joy don't know, Orly don't know who's facing who. But for the people who want to know which duos, here you go. Next week's episode 37, best rap duo bracket. 32 duos will be competing in that bracket. Joy and Orly will decide who moves forward, and if it's a lot, I'll be making the final decision. Hopefully, don't get to me because it'd be heartbreaking sometimes, y'all. But we're gonna do things a little different, brother. Usually we do the news then the music, but we're gonna do the music first because I think the news gonna tie into it. So this week's hot new music we got Roddy Rich, what underdogs, Gonna Wanna, what won't stop, 4 Bats, When I Get Home, Chris Brown, Holy Blindfolded, Little Tecca, Have to Plot. Joyner
You ever
Lucas
heard of
drops a
Lil
new.
Tecca? You ever listen to them?
Yes, and he looks weird as shit,
That's
but he's cold.
what you call that's my daughter Tegan's favorite. What's not her favorite, but one of her favorite artists. I think she seen him at Summerfest. I think came last year or some shit.
Yeah, the kid's dope as fuck. But man, shit, the shit he wears look like it hurt.
Word. I never
So
seen them personally.
yeah, bro, you got to check it out. Joyner
Oh
Lucas
shit,
drops
Jordan
a
Lucas dropped another one.
freestyle. The Real Slim Shady. Kevin Gates dropped the 3-piece before he drops the Luca Brasi stutter, hiding emotions, and stir the pot. Houston's
Shout out
D baby.
Jesse.
Houston's D baby dropped money running low. I kind of like that jab. And Vic Mensa's
Mm.
back, featuring Mick Jenkins, who's dope out of
Mm.
Chicago. The word. And then our first bit of news tie into the single. New single from the Clips, So Be It.
So
Have you heard any of them
mm.
joints?
I haven't heard any of those. I haven't heard any of them that you mentioned. I heard some of the So Be It. Because I've been kind of paying attention to that a little bit more heavy, you know.
Yeah.
How's
It's
that
gonna
Jordan
drop
Lucas? Because I know I listened to that one, the
one of them.
one of them. Yeah, I liked it,
Yep.
that shit.
Yeah, no,
I
the
liked it.
freestyle
So,
dope.
how does it compare? The freestyle
No,
compared to that one? Is it
that one's better. The one last week was
the first
better.
one? Oh, okay,
Yeah, for
okay,
sure. For sure. He just rapped this. He just did rapping on this. Just some rapping. Some
for
rapping. He
sure.
did his shit though. Shout out Juice. Hey, make sure you tune in, brother, because you for sure supported us from day one, and I would love for you to take part of that and have opportunity to win $25, man. Gabriel,
So, what do you
Gabriel,
got to do again to whatever? Just comment GMTA
yes,
for the
comment
chances to win
GMT.
$25.
So what's gonna happen is um they comment GMTA, right? And then pick a color, a letter and a color.
Yeah, B through A, B1 through B8, R1 through R8, G1 through G8, or P1 through P8, and then that'll be your number, and it'll be basically going back and forth. And if you're the last one in the thing, then you can win $25 and some flowers to smell. You know.
You
Yeah, what's
heard?
going on? What's going on, Jesse? No love, Soto. I see you, bro.
Jesse the Dawn was signing family. Love, brother. I appreciate you rocking with us this week, bro. Who's that? Who? Time out, y'all. Give me a second.
Flag on the play. Don't be surprised. I'm
My
one of
bad.
them.
Yeah, my bad,
I'm one of
brothers. My
them.
bad.
One of
So,
them. One of them. One of them.
so to win, right? Again, my bad, y'all. I was distracted. I'm not used to visits. um, so you're gonna get this template. Comment GMTA. Pick a letter. Pick a number. R1 through R8, etc. Right? And then from there, if that number makes it to the finals, you win $25. Hey guys, could you keep that down a bit? Um, you win $25, and that's gonna be next week. So make sure you tune in. Oh, I'm gonna let
Yeah,
that shit ride
son.
on. Come on,
And you can win some flowers too, son.
Gabriel.
You
Tell
know?
Gabriel to check in the drawer. My bad, y'all. Apologies. My apologies, man. So that's how we're gonna
You
do it. So go
good.
ahead. My bad, bro. Um,
No, you good,
so let
son.
so let's go off that. Pusha T. So be it. He took a few shots at Travis Scott. He explained the reason being while they were in Paris recording the Let God Sort 'Em Out album, Travis Scott came through, played some songs, played that clip from Meltdown, and I guess left out the part where Drake disses Pharrell. So he felt like that
Mm,
was, yeah, he felt like that was fake. So I thought them shots were for Kanye West, but Travis Scott was the that vicious assault.
the one where he said something about where it kind of doing the little the like the 360 around like the faces and that when he says that whole little shit of Calabasas, da da da, all that. That
You
was
cried in
directed at
front.
Travis Scott.
You cried in front of me. Died in front of
Right.
me. Calabasas took your paper and
Calabasas
your
took your
breath.
bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was talking about Travis Scott on that?
Yeah, he was talking about
Or that was
Travis.
directed towards
Yeah, it's towards Travis. I thought it was towards Kanye.
yeah, I thought it was towards Kanye too.
Let me see. I would love to have y'all live on Thursdays. How y'all have it on? Let me know if we could do something on the platform. Oh, dope, dope, interesting. We most definitely will lock in, talk, because we're up for it. Most definitely got to touch up our audio, clean up the audio, and most definitely down with that. Salute to you, Juice, for presenting that opportunity for
For
sure.
sure.
So, yeah, so it all stems from he calls him a whore. He calls him a whore. Says he said you shouldn't get involved in rappers' business because you don't rap, you know. So he shitted on Travis Scott. Bum B happened to be on Club Shay Shay and said expect Travis Scott not to back down from Pusha T. So we'll see where that goes because
I heard that is it true that ASAP and Pusha ASAP
yeah,
and Travis is kind of like
yep.
aligned or whatever?
No. They beefing
Or
actually.
they beefing too?
Yeah, because a lot of people always thought Travis took
Took
ASAP
his
style.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I think we talked about that before. There
yeah,
was some certain similarities and certain, but in in Travis Scott's defense, I think there was a lot of people that kind of around. There was like a little like era where a lot of people kind of came out somewhat looking the same and sounding the same. And am I right? Or
yeah, that was the
you got
SoundCloud
the
era, baby.
Uzi, yeah, like the Uzi verse, the you know what I'm saying,
Trippy.
kind of all like yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can see where he would feel some type of way about it. I seen
I'm not
that thing, bro. I seen that thing.
good.
It's on Netflix. If y'all ain't checked it out, it's pretty interesting because we also have talked about it when we talk about Travis Scott. Was that Astro World event? There's a documentary or something
Yup,
on
yup,
Netflix. It's pretty
yup.
dope. I caught it yesterday. Yeah, I caught it
Oh, it's
yesterday. It's
out
pretty
already.
interesting. Yeah,
I'm
it's
about to
out
check it out.
already.
I've been waiting for
It's
that.
very interesting. Very interesting.
So okay, let's just continue a little bit. Next week the clips will be in that bracket. Let's talk about this rollout. Last week, Ace Trumpets. This week, So Be It. The clips rapping for Pharrell's production. How's this rollout been so far for you, Orly?
I'm loving it. I'm
How much
loving
you
it.
love it?
It feels I don't know, it just feels I don't know what the word that I'm trying to find, but it just feels it's got like that feeling like how it's like an old type of feeling, but I don't
I,
know how
I,
to
I
how to
got
do.
the word. I got the word for you. Modern day nostalgia,
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of nostalgic, right, right. Like
but modern.
but modern, right, right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a
Cause
good way
I,
to put it.
cause hey, I ain't gonna lie. Pharrell is not missing. He's not missing. He last week, the production was eerie, clean as fuck. Had that. It was a perfect fit for the clips and this week's production. I don't know, man.
It's wild
For
because it's like when you hear that type of production, it's like that's the type of production you would think that you was gonna get with one, like that Kanye type of, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, there is certain songs that Kanye has did for Pusha T that kind of got that fit that format, because it's different when pushing Malice get up on tracks, bro. Sometimes they don't. I mean, a lot of times they don't even need like no motherfucking
Beat.
uh like like the beat. You know what I'm saying? They be eating that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So um sometimes I feel when you put the beat on it, you don't get that real like rugged like feeling. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Even when he got a beat, he's finna shit regardless. But I don't know. There's just something about what Pharrell's doing with the production on this complementing the clips like perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like they style, they ballpark.
Yep.
It sounds perfect. Like they ain't missed a beat.
I'm wondering, because here was my thing. Here was my question going in, right? Pharrell's been let me say, he's been out of the rap business for a minute. He's been into the fashion heavy. So
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, were we gonna get this earthly sound, the nerds pop? Bro, he's surprising me on all levels with the production. So
Yeah,
I
he
look,
definitely showing his range, bro. He's showing his
yes,
range off.
and we're
Yes,
talking about
most
we're talking
definitely.
about what we're talking about. 22 years deep into this bitch already,
Right. And like I'm
and
saying, it almost feel like they ain't missed. Like you hearing it now, don't even sound like they missed the beat. It's like they just picked up right back off where they left it and shit.
facts. Tell me, man, this would be dope on Thursdays live. Appreciate the shout out.
Facts.
Um, Shout out to Emilio and Tone. I got to see Tone this past week. Actually, I got to see them both.
Yeah, shout out to
Emilio
Tom.
and your guy Emilio too. I seen them
Oh, you see
Saturday.
Emilio?
Yeah, I seen Emilio and both
Oh, shout out Emilio.
complimented. They both complimented the show, and we appreciate y'all love and support for show. Cause you seen Tone when he seen us. Oh, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's what's up, man. Little by little, we gaining motion, man. They never said progress was a fast process, so we take it
What
how
does it
we can.
say? Rome wasn't built in one day.
Facts, it wasn't, but I look forward to building and growing, man. So let's continue. Fresh off the Little Wayne Carter 6 review, numbers are in. Little Wayne Carter 6 officially debuts at number 2 on the Billboard 200 with 108K sold in the first weeks. Congratulations, Little Wayne. You to this day, he hasn't sold no less than 100K first week. So good numbers, man.
You seen his daughter was mad that people were saying it was trash.
Yeah. What's crazy is like some of us been here from day one, and you gonna tell us that? No, man, we know what Little Wayne we like. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Speaking of Little Wayne's family, his son claims his dad wrote a majority of Drake's music, and there wouldn't be no Drake without Little Wayne.
Oh yeah, I seen that as well. I seen that as well. Yeah.
I think that's okay. So I believe there's some truth in that, right? Because um at the time, okay, a lot of people compare the cosigns of Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Oh, they all had big cosigns. They had legends cosigns for sure, right? But Lil Wayne was the hottest shit on fucking earth when he gave Drake that cosign.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference, y'all. There's a big difference. It was like when Eminem was the hottest shit on earth and gave 50 cents. It was
Mm-hmm.
the same as that. So,
Right. And I
J.
don't know.
Cole,
I've always with Drake and Wayne, I always said this, and I said it. I used to say it back in the day too. I mean, I kind of refrain from saying it as much now, but I used to say it a lot back then. I always used to say that Drake was like the well polished version of Wayne when it came to like.
The melodies and shit.
Well, yeah, because he the flows, like if you would listen to like the what you like the metaphors and shit like that, they were damn near like, you know, they were going on like them same type of like metaphors. The only thing is like Drake's metaphors were a little more polished than Wayne. Like I don't know if he put more like thought behind like what he was writing, or like how to make it, you know, puzzle together like that and
Yeah.
shit. Um, but yeah, you know, but give it, you know, give it a benefit of the doubt to Wayne because Wayne doesn't quote unquote write. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you kind of see where you gonna get if you got somebody kind of rap like that, but they ain't writing. They're not really able to put the time and the structure that they want to do to get what, you know what I'm saying. So I think
Yeah.
that's why I always felt like Drake had like he was like he had like that the Wayne like that flow metaphor everything, but it was just way more polished.
Okay. I agree.
There we go.
And plus, Lil Wayne said it himself. And we gonna be all right as long as we put Drake on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't know. You know, there was this was about like 2 3 years ago. I seen a video where there was a reference track for Lollipop, and that was Drake on it.
Mm.
Yeah, so you know, it's gonna be interesting because I don't know, man. Lil Wayne and Drake have a awkward relationship. Like they
I
don't,
agree.
you know. So that's something we gotta talk about sometime. It's because a
You
lot of
think
people
it's
expect.
awkward now, or it's always been like that?
I think it's been. I think. I think it's been awkward since the Carter after the Carter Four.
Mm.
I think I seen them on stage together like 3 times after that. They haven't collaborated in a while.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah,
plus,
that is pretty weird.
Kendrick said it. Um, you fuck Wayne's girl, got a tattoo apologizing, and a lot of people felt like that was some slimish shit, especially when he was locked up in Rikers. So I don't know.
The shit that I love the most kind of was like the shit that I love the most is like and again, not to bring up Pusha T again, but man, it's almost like it was like what do you call it? Like intuition and shit. Like this motherfucker did peeled like some layers, like,
Yep.
and all of that shit came true. That's the wild part about it. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite ones that a lot of people for the Exodus.
Exodus 23 one. Yo.
Yeah, that shit go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even like that whole shit with and shout to another nigga, shout to another, and shout to niggas. Now that's bad luck. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit that he said on that whole shit, like came into tuition and shit.
Yeah, he did a number on Drake, bro. And a lot of my thing with that was he got the W for sure. And the thing that Drake showed was he was able to survive that with his music career because he dropped the Scorpion and Views right after that. So
I
I
just
don't
be
know.
sometimes hating how this shit kind of work because I feel like this, bro. The only reason that really went the way it went, let's be honest, is because of Drake being the superstar that he is compared to a Pusha T. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
It's like how you
Wait.
like how like Drake kind of was able to kind of stay unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he
Oh no,
he kind of took
he
that
got
motherfucker, but he took it on the chin and he kept making music and he kept touring and he kept doing it. He came out with
oh
a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
album after he got the dirt. He got the Dirk feature and all type of shit. and
Yeah.
that shit was
Okay.
swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It's like sometimes that's the part of the music that pisses me off is because we know for a fact that certain people, dog walk this motherfucking person, but just because of the popularity of this so-called other person, you kind of just keep, like how, like basically, like if Drake would have kept doing like with the whole shit with Kendrick Lamar, if he would have just kept making music, we
Yeah.
wouldn't it wouldn't have been as bad as, I mean, we talked about, it wouldn't have been as bad as how we're seeing it now. But even being as bad as it is, he still, he did that fucking part with the album with Party Next Door, and that shit pop. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the weird, like it's kind of like how I always used to say this, but I'm not comparing LL Cool J to Drake. So don't, before y'all. But as far as like popularity,
I know
LL
what you
Cool
mean.
J was like that guy. You know what I'm saying? So even if you had somebody that might have like came with the bars and the lyrics and the metaphors and what, like a Cannabis, right? It was gonna get swept under the rug just because of the power and the superstardom that LL Cool J had. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I mean. That's the part that sometimes get weird with like the music. Like we for sure know that Pusha T had been uh giving it to Drake for a minute, but it was just like we just kind of kept on like, oh, Drake type shit.
Yeah. See, what you mean is there's two different sides to rap or hip hop, right? There's corporate and there's culture. Us that's
Mm-hmm.
cut from the culture. Drake took
Mm-hmm.
that L for sure. We know Drake took
Mm-hmm.
that L. And depending on what day you ask me, he took a L to Common too.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know, I just the thing, whether it was Drake writing or not, is how he was able to, like you said, um, musically overcome. Cause the
Yeah.
album was fucking fire. I mean, he hasn't dropped shit fire like that since. But that's why I said I look forward to seeing what he does next. It's not like, oh, I
Mm.
need a Drake album. It's just I want to see. I want to see what this man is
Mm-hmm.
capable of now because he took an L to Pusher, an embarrassing one, and this one is a humiliating one. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Um, Master P has officially announced his final performance will take place in New Orleans at the 2025
Dope.
Essence Festival. Say goodbye to
Dope.
Master P and say hello to Coach P. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of rappers that retired, but this one I believe. And Master P, salute to you for everything you have accomplished, for everything you have
Hell yeah.
contributed to this culture, and all the knowledge you have shared throughout the years, man. You earned that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact,
I was,
I never said this when I was younger because I thought it sounded fucked up. But I'm gonna say it one time. Nah, nah, nah.
Man, man, that was a pretty cold beat, man. It's wild because I remember like
Oh, his
a bit in
production.
period. Yeah, I remember a
Shout
bit
out
in
Lou.
period of that time. I think I was like in middle school. I had just got, I think, what was I middle school or just got to high school? Might have just got to high school or some shit like that, or middle school. Some I don't even remember. But yeah, like when I got introduced to No Limit, that shit was so dope. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Especially like I think the person that stood out to me the most was C Murder because he had this one little song that I don't remember how the song goes. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember what the song is called, but I remember it starts like it's like a phone call. It's like this little kid's like, hey, C Murder, who you hanging with? He's like, little Kevin boy, I only make moves with thugs. Nigga, what? I made moves with thugs. That shit used to go so hard to me, bro.
See
Like,
murder.
But yeah,
Free C
I
Murder.
remember all of that. Yeah, yeah, Free C Murder for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean
but that
that
production was hot.
KLC. Yeah, hell yeah, man.
That Duck and Run. I remember a song called Duck and Run that had like the. It almost kind of like you remember that one the song by Bone Thugs with Tupac that it had the gun
Thug
beat.
Love. Thug Love.
Yeah, it was kind of like a beat like that. It had like it was a beat with the gun. It's called Duck and Run.
Yeah, the
You
motherfuckers
better
no
duck
limit.
and run, duck and run, oh duck and run, duck and run. Yeah, that shit. And it had like the gun beat. That shit used to go crazy. I was like, wow, they snapped, bro. Like, holy crap. For real. Like,
You know what? That's in July. Matter of fact, there we have it. We're going to dedicate one of these episodes to Master P and No Limit for sure, man. We got to.
let's do it.
Um, some bad news to report. Fat Joe's former
Yeah.
hype man, TA, has officially filed a $20 million lawsuit accusing Fat Joe of having sex with minors, paying for a 15-year-old girl's BBL, and forcing him to participate in humiliating sex acts and more.
Oh,
Um,
no.
yeah, so TA, I followed this story about like 10 months ago. There's a channel called Panda Chop, and dude's
Mm.
like dedicated on slandering Fat Joe. He has Cuban links on there all the time or
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah, okay. That's that
You
show?
know, that's that show.
I seen
So
Cuban Link on there plenty. Yeah, yeah.
so dude got to an interview with TA, and TA talks about this. This was months ago, so I didn't. I thought this might have been coming months ago, but I guess he was just preparing everything, getting it ready. But yeah, Fat Joe is getting sued for 20 mil, and
Damn.
yeah, so we'll see. And also too, I didn't take notes of it, but dude said Fat Joe told him to press McMahon from Young Money because he says something disparaging about his wife, and to run down on DMX. And I forgot what was the reason for that, but that was an incident in Miami. So it's 156
Mm.
pages. I could download it. You can find it online. Let's continue. Method Man, Tikel, will be
Mm.
part of the brackets next week with his partner in crime, Redman. Anyhow, Method Man is expanding his weed brand into the global player market as he takes his cow cannabis into Europe. Salute
That's
to
what's up.
Method Man.
Yeah,
Let's
there's a couple
continue.
times I didn't tell people that shit. Did Method Man got his own type of weed. It's called Takal.
Shit, I expect him to have his own. He was one of the, what is it? What's the word? Advocators. Him, Cypress Hill, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Snoop Dogg. They were heavy advocates for the legalization of
Hmm.
marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right he gets his brand. He popularized it. How high, etc.
Right.
Adam Drake was found guilty of second-degree murder of battle rapper Pat Stay's death. Murder trial.
Yeah, I
The
seen some.
murder trial took an unexpected turn when the accused was convicted on another killing. So Pat Stay was dope.
Yeah, I seen that.
For those who don't know Pat Stay, legendary battle rapper. I seen one of the more famous battles, him and Charlie Clips. If y'all haven't checked it out, check it out.
That was like 3 years ago, right? That he's been.
Correct.
Mm.
Yep. In his hometown of Nova Scotia too. Bad
Damn.
Bunny has criticized ICE after posting a video where he says shows agents detaining people in Puerto Rico while calling them out in profanity laced messages. Yeah, you know, I don't do politics or whatnot, but Bad Bunny's been very advocate about the liberation and freedom of Puerto Rico, the independence of Puerto Rico. A few years back when the mayor, was doing some corrupt shit, he halted tour and went back home to protest with the people of Puerto Rico. So
That's where that black and white flag came from.
facts.
The black and white
So
Puerto Rico flag, the unrest.
so shout out Bad Bunny, man. He's just not a pop star, man. He really is. He's really about the people. He's the people's champ right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yeah, he
ask
been
me,
he been advocating hard. Or he been advocating hard. Like I even been finding out little certain things because of dude. Like the coqui. You know our fucking coqui, bro, is it's like endangered.
will be the endangered species, extinct,
Yeah, from
extinct.
being like instinct. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's because people like I guess people like, when tourists come down there and shit, they don't be liking to hear they get annoyed by the frog making his noise and shit. So people be putting pesticides and, poison in the grass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's killing like the coquis and shit, bro. That's fucked up, right?
Yeah, that's our culture, man.
Right, right.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's like it's sad to think that like, I got a daughter and by the time that she's my age, it might not be no cookies no more and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's wild.
shit. It's crazy to say this as well, but we're not just in danger of losing Coquis, but they trying to do us like they did Hawaii. They trying
Mm-hmm.
to like hell no.
That
I
good
see
old
that little
gentrification.
facts. Hold on a second. Where we at? Oh, I see Ann Daniels in the house.
What's going on, Nick?
Who killing the Coquis, bro? I love Coquis. Yeah, go ahead, bros. Drop that gem for us one more
Yeah,
time
it's
about the
like it's
Coquis.
like tourists coming through there, because like a lot of like gentrification shit is kind of starting to happen. Like people is going down there buying out property, Airbnb in it, and then you got, tourists that's going down there renting these Airbnbs, complaining, oh, can't sleep, the cookies is going crazy, you know what I'm saying? So the owners from the properties pesticiding and doing all that type of shit, like going to certain lengths to like quiet down the frogs that do what they supposed to do type shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of wild. That it's a lot of little shit that's going on over there. Like how Nova was saying, they damn near trying to do us like Hawaii and shit. They're trying to switch it up on everybody that's been down there forever, living that life the way that they've been living that life and the
Their
means they've
land.
been the only way that they know how to live is the way that they've been living forever. And then people's coming in there and trying to switch the shit up. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Puerto Rico and
Shout out
fuck
to
y'all
Puerto
people that's
Rico.
trying to take over our island and changing and shit.
Shout out Puerto Rico. Shout out Chicago this past weekend had their Puerto Rican Fest. New York will be in
Yeah.
July. Ours will be in August. Um, let's continue. Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick fucking Lamar, man. Brought Not Like Us to the six. Back to back at the Rogers Center in Toronto. If the
Mm.
Super Bowl wasn't enough and the Grammys wasn't enough and all the awards wasn't enough, him performing that in your backyard, that's not the tip of the iceberg. How about this?
Not
Your home
once.
your hometown chanted one more time.
One more time.
Your hometown chanted one more time. It's
Yeah,
the
there was
biggest
even people that got caught at that concert that wasn't supposed to be at that concert that Drake popped out that was at that concert that ended up calling them people clowns. And the people ended up backtracking like I wasn't supposed to be there. It's the home. Drake has done so much for Canada.
Canada.
Woody 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 woo. Yeah, you seen that shit too. I don't remember who the dude was, but he must have
Ja-
been.
Jagmeet Singh issues a public apology to Drake after going to Kendrick's concert in Toronto. Hey,
Bro, you can't make this shit up. It's like salt on the wound over and over and over again.
but what's fucking
Even the
funnier
people.
is what's even funnier is this was after the fact that Drake called him a goof. Nigga, I already
Right.
dissed you. Fucking apology. All right, guy. I ain't even gonna apologize.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty
Man,
funny. He's like, even the people you thought was finna not, it's gone. Be like, hey man, he don't ever come down here to Toronto. I had to go see him.
yeah, that was.
I got a, I caught a plug on the ticket looking at it.
I don't know how true this is, but I read this earlier. Rumor has it that Drake was pushing to get both of these dates canceled to work out the
Mhm.
OVO fest. Oh, you heard the rumors as well,
I heard that too. Yeah. I mean, he was doing a lot of stuff. I think we talked about he was doing some live stream with Casanati. He was giving away some money or some shit, right?
huh? Yup, he didn't even do it.
Yeah, he had all the trickeries up his sleeve.
What he needed to do, he needed to be in Toronto as soon as Kendrick was about to perform Not Like Us. Somehow come from the stage WWE style and did a DD, fuck that nigga up or something. That's all he could do. There's no,
Right.
you can't. I don't want to hear
Or
you
drop a
rap back to this.
project.
No,
Drop
he
a
can't rap
project.
back. He can't rap back to this guy no more.
It's not even about rapping back. Just drop a project to, get the attention away. Come this way. Fuck that. Come listen to this. And
Yeah,
he
I
should have
guess.
did it like he should have did it a strategic way. Like you can only do it by doing this. You have to be in this link at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like some weird ass strategic way to get these songs, and you might get some merch with it. And you know what I'm saying? He should
Yup.
have did some fuck shit like that.
Yeah,
I would have.
it's too late. It's too late.
Right. That
Drake is
train,
the
that
L.
boat has sailed.
All right, man. So that wraps up the news for this week. And again, for those that's still tuning in, let me update you on what's going on. So next week, we're having the Great Minds Think Alike brackets, the best rap duo. So as you can see, again, for those that's still tuning in for the beginning or those who just tuning in now, these are blank brackets. I already filled them up with the artists. I already curated this. Already enjoy having seen it. But you, the people, soon as you
What
see
the
this
hell?
posted up on Tuesday on the Great Minds Think Alike page, whether it be on Instagram, Facebook, or Threads, comment GMTA and pick the color and number. As you can see, the blue B1 all the way through B8, green G1 through G8, etc., etc. If your number makes it to the finals, you will win $25. Make sure your Cash App ready for we can send it to you on the spot.
And not only you gonna get $25, you can get some flowers. You know what I'm saying? You can get some flowers. Get some flowers.
You know
Not
what I'm
any
saying?
type of flowers that you can just go to the backyard and pick. You gonna get some special kind of flowers. Some flower power flowers. You know what I'm saying?
That star power flower.
So listen to what I'm telling y'all and put the thing in the bottom and the hashtag and the GMTA and all of that shit so you could win it. You could get a chance to win. Win, win,
25
win, win.
bucks.
Fuck
25
everything
bucks.
else.
All you got to do is tune in, comment GMTA, pick a color, number, and watch the best duo bracket next week. And if you make it to the finals, you win $25 on the spot. So we're gonna wrap this up with two quick conversations, and one happens to do with this. Great Minds Think Alike live stream episode 36, Hostile Takeover. AI. AI music?
Mm.
comment what's your thoughts on AI and music, and what's your thoughts on Timbaland doing AI music? Orlito, thoughts first on AI artists and music.
First thoughts. And I seen this shit, and that's what made me think about it. But I have been thinking about this a while ago. I don't even know why I was the one that made this fucking post. AI. I miss when AI used to stand for Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? I miss that shit. Cause now the AI that we got, some weird ass shit that's going on with the AI that we got, man. I seen this thing. I had sent it to know, and at first I thought it was a lie because I caught one video at first, and then I caught two videos, and then I seen three videos, and I was like, oh shit, this there might be something to this story. And then uh one of my guys, Anthony, and he ended up telling me that Timberland has been accused of this shit or had got accused of this shit like a while back. And I was like, for real, the motherfuckers is accusing Timberland of like,
Doing snitch
taking
on
people
that.
beats or shit like that. So yeah, I
K
was I was
Fresh.
very yeah, I was like, what? I was kind of heartbroken because being a producer myself, like I fuck with Timberland. You know what I'm saying? Like he's given us a lot of classics, a lot of moments, in this in the culture and just in time that he's been around. You know what I'm saying? He was always been one of my favorites just because of the way that he makes beats. You know what I'm saying? He's much different than anybody else that makes beats. Like he uses like his own vocals. He do like little sound effect. He the only motherfucker that got a fucking beat with a baby in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The one with a shot. I mean, with Aaliyah, the song with Aaliyah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, so I hold a Timberland, kind of high. You know what I'm saying? So when I see this shit about him, you know, taking people beats, running up through like an AI program, but the shit sounded exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? When
Yep.
they show the beat that Timberland is listening to, and they show the beat that K Fresh made, that beat is exactly the same. The only thing that's a little bit different is maybe the drums. You know what I'm saying? But even the tag is on there. So yeah, so Timberland got caught with his hand in a cookie jar, bro. I guess he taking, I don't know how many people beats he didn't took, but something surfaced where a producer artist by the name of K Fresh that actually Mecca knows him. We was gonna have him on the MK Padmasters radio show when Mecca had the radio show. We was
Okay.
gonna interview him and shit. I didn't even know that. Mecca ended up telling me that shit. He called me and was like, "Yo, you seen this shit about Timberland?" And I had just seen it and shit. So yeah. So basically, Timberland got caught taking somebody beat and then kind of like not giving props and kind of claiming it as his own. And I think
Yeah.
that's where the shit is kind of at right now.
So my thoughts first on AI music. Um, the only thing, the only benefit I could see of this is the only artist I will put past using this will be the likes of DOC and Beanie Siegel. Both of these guys had their voices damaged from incidents or accidents. So if somehow, some way, this machine could help them restore their feeling for they could feel comfortable to deliver what they used to deliver, cool. Outside of that, I'm not ready for this. I don't want it. I'm not ready to hear RoboCop featuring Terminator just yet.
Me neither.
And
Shit weird.
totally weird. Artists are already up against a battle, or let me take this back, a war with streaming, right? Because some of these streaming services are already putting AI music in their algorithm, in their playlist. You understand? So artists are getting shorted their change of their streams. That's one, right? Now, two is the danger of producers, songwriters. You know, um, soon they're gonna be like how Pick and Save at Walmart is, where you can just check out. You don't even have to deal with a human. And I'm not. I'm totally against this AI. Timberland, um, he shaped the sound of a culture for a time. Um, there wasn't a time. There was a time where he dominated the charts.
Yep.
Um, him and Swiss Beats came up with that verses, beautiful concept during that pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's an innovator. I know that. He for sure we can't discredit the legendary career he had, but it hurts me. It hurts me because this is the last person I would expect this from. You know,
Right.
I expect something from a up and coming producer who's just trying to discover something new, right? Or do something new, do something different. Timberland
Right.
knows. Timberland knows the deep waters we're treading into now. He knows,
Yeah.
and I think one of the things that stood out to me that killed me the most where he said this AI artist has more pure soul than you artists.
That's
Bro,
wild.
fucking wild. Like, we're gonna get to cosigns in a minute, but there was a time Timberland's cosign was the ultimate. You telling
Right.
me You telling me out of all of these guys that's spitting right now, there ain't a guy you hear something you could be like, come here, youngin, let me executive produce this project. Let me give you this. You really just want to let machines do the work? That's where my disappointment go is that this is a guy who, of course, we know he can do his thing because the likes of Dr. Dre and the likes of Kanye has reached out to him to help him with beats, whether it be a drum or something. So we know what he could do. It's just
Right.
where you at now? Where are we at now with you, Tim? Like you brought up the K Fresh situation. If you would have been like, look, this is what this AI machine can do, I think people would have looked past that. But you try to play that off at first that was your creation when that's how you say sand got caught with in the cookie jar.
Yep.
You know,
My whole thing
Kurt,
too is this is like it's like you know I think the part where I kind of see it kind of be messy as well on his behalf is because he like owned like stock or he owned like whatever in these businesses, right? So it's
yep,
like sometimes you may be moving blindly or doing shit not, you know, the way that you might normally probably do shit or you know what I'm saying, just because you're invested in this company. You know what I'm saying? So you want to see your returns back. You want to see how you know what I'm saying. So um, I think that in itself is kind of the part that's kind of a slap in the face as well. If he was just somebody that was on the outside coming in and just fuck with it, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But he's invested in the company. That's the part that you can't really trust it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Stage Zero. That's the name of the company. Um, he's one third partner, and I think have you seen the? I should have downloaded. I got to start downloading. They even got a promotional rollout for the chick. The what's the name? Zaza or some shit like that's her name.
yeah, some
Wait,
shit.
let me. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't even know this chick's name, but she got pink hair, red leather jacket.
Hmm.
Like that's crazy. Like we ready. We're really about to get in. We're about to go into this era of music. So I know one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Any artist out there, I don't care who you fucking are. If you present project as original and authenticity, and it's an AI project, you're out the fucking game in my book. I don't want to be
Mm,
deceived. I don't want to be
right.
deceived.
Yeah.
So, I'm already auto tuned the fuck out. I promise you, y'all. I'm auto tuned the fuck out. And now we're about to get into robotic music. Yeah. So that I just wanted to make this episode light because I know next week we're gonna be here for a while. Um, the list we were gonna talk about the list today, but we'll talk about that next week because it'll tie into what we're doing. Again, next week we're doing where we at right here, episode 37, the best rap duo bracket. Me or
That's
Lethal
gonna
and
be fun.
Joy 32 duos will be competing in the brackets, or Lethal and Joy will decide who go forward. And if they're in a deadlock, I'll be the guy to move the duo forward. I look forward to that for sure. The last one was fun as shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that wraps up episode 36. Or Lethal, do what you do and take us home, my brother.
Yeah, man. This is you said this episode, yeah, because Lex was 37. Yep, this episode 36. Thank you everybody for tuning in, everybody that commented. Remember, no tell y'all if y'all want to win $25 and some free flowers. Do the comment
What?
GMTA, comment GMTA, and
What?
then
I got you right now.
pick one of
Here we go.
those. One of those. Either B, obviously B is for blue, right? G is for green, R is for red, and P is for pink. And then 1 through 8. Pick,
The first
R1,
eight.
R2, B 1 through 8, G 1 through 8, R 1 through 8, P 1 through 8. Pick one of those, comment GMTA. That's your number. And then you'll see if you make it on to the winning spot and win yourself a nice little $25 in a bouquet of flowers. So yeah, do that, and we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. I want to. Oh yeah, Saturday. Um, my guy Jakar gonna be performing at Summerfest. Um, Saturday. I think the event starts at 12. It's I think the Aurora Pavilion stage. You're gonna have a cold little lineup. Cardiac the Pulse is gonna be there. J Love is gonna be there. Jakar is gonna be there. Oh, who else is gonna be? I can't think of all the people off the top of the head, but I know them for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna be there too, but I ain't gonna be performing. I'm just gonna be supporting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, catch me out in the crowd or whatever. And yeah, we'll see y'all next Thursday, 7 p.m. I'm your host Orly. That's your host No, and we out of here. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Peace. Boom, 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 bow.
Brr.
Brr.